Arsenal fans, Saka is back, but Gabriel and Timber are big doubts, it looks like, for next week's game in Madrid. So just how bad is that for the Gunners? What do you think? I mean, I'll tell you right now, my opinion on it. I think it's a bigger blow than Saka if Gabriel's out.
I totally agree with you. I honestly thought, and I've said it, I think Arsenal could still win the Champions League, right? Because they based on they've only let 23 goals in this season. I think they might have let one since I said it. But if there's anybody who can keep Real Madrid quiet with Partey and Rice in front of a fit back four, Arsenal don't let many goals in. I know they're struggling at the other end, but they can keep a clean sheet against anybody, and they're playing in the best league in the world. So if they can do it in this league, they can do it against Real Madrid. But Gabriel missing now, and Kiowa come in last night. You could see straight away, by the way, he got done twice on the break. He's not the same. It's not the same player.
You just have to look back, mate, to the season before last. I think Saliba was out, and they just weren't as strong. That partnership is probably, I think, the most important thing. Arsenal got so many talented players going forward. We can talk about the centre forward or the lack of out and out number 9 till the cows come home. But the fact of the matter is they've got so many talented players in forward areas. However, I would suggest the most important and integral part of the team are 2 centre backs.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, Arsenal are a brilliant football team.
Of course they are.
You know, everybody's sort of saying, like, you've blown it. But Liverpool have only lost one game all season. So Arsenal, like, they probably win every other league in the world.
Yeah.
If they're in another league.
If you were an Arsenal fan at the start of the season, right, and somebody had said to you, I'll tell you what we'll do, you'll finish above Manchester City in the league this year. Would you take it? They'd have bite your hand off.
Yeah.
Every team would. Because you're thinking if you finish above City, you win it. But Liverpool's form has just been so good.
Yeah, and you do ask that question. You know, at the start when we make our predictions, you say, I think Arsenal can win the league, providing they don't get too many injuries to the key players, which is what they've got.
Yeah.
Havertz and Jesus have gone. He's failed to sign a striker, but at the back now they've always been solid. Losing Gabriel last night, I think, rules them out of winning the Champions League. I thought they had a chance. Well, the players they're bringing in, they brought Holden in last year, didn't they? Remember?
Yeah. Yes.
It was such a difference.
I do.
Cost them.
I do, because those guys are absolutely top drawer. They know each other's game inside out, and I just think they are. I'll say it again. I think they're probably the most integral part of that Arsenal team. And I'm with you, mate. People, you talk about the Champions League right now. People ask me, obviously we got asked the questions, could Arsenal win it? Of course they could. Could Villa win it? Yes. Do I think they will? No. Do I think Arsenal will? No. But they've got a chance of winning it. However, their chances, as you correctly say, in my opinion, don't disappear, I don't think, but they diminish to an incredible extent if Gabriel, in particular, Timber as well, are out.
Well, they got Ben White. I don't know what he's got personal reasons why he never played last night. I don't know what that's about, but he'll come in for Timber, won't he, hopefully, Ben White. You know, they got Zinchenko, Tomisaku's out injured, isn't he? What's his name? Tomiyasu, yeah, I got it right. But left back area, young Skelly he's a really good footballer. He's going to be good, but he's learning on the job. This is the highest level of football now.
Oh yeah.
You know, he's playing against world beaters. Who'll he be up against? Rodrigo,
Vinicius Jr., Bellingham, Mbappe.
And if I'm the manager of Real Madrid, I'm putting my best player on Skelly, because last night he got done twice, got away with one, and the other one was the goal. So they're missing an experienced left back, and obviously Ben White, when he comes into the team, will make him even more solid. But losing Gabriel, I think it's a disaster for Arsenal.
Yeah, so do I, mate. Now, the question was before the break, I think it's very unfair and I don't think you can do it. Is there any way you can level criticism at the manager for not resting one or two? I don't think so, mate. I'll give you my opinion first. I just think if he rests one or two, Arteta, right, and they don't win that game, I think he gets crucified. I do. And they'll say, oh look, what kind of message does that send? He's chucked it, league title's over. We effectively know that it is over, but he cannot say that, Dino.
No.
What kind of message does that send out to your players, to your fans, if you're accepting defeat? I know you've got to be intelligent about it and play kind of horses for courses and look to games. I get all that, but I just think he's been unlucky last night.
Do you know what, Ali? All we ever talk about is resting players. There are some players that if you don't play them for 10 days, they're off the bridle.
Yeah.
Some players need to play every week, and it keeps them focused, keeps them on track. You know, sometimes you make changes for a European game. You leave 5 players at home.
Yeah.
We had it at Newcastle when I was there with Graham.
Well, Liverpool did it this year, didn't they? When they went to, I'm sure they went to the Netherlands. One of the games, they left it just about the entire, because they'd earned that right, and they still finished top. I get that. That's different, though.
But what can happen, and we found, we played 17 European games, it's the players you leave behind that let you down the following week because they're off the bridle. They've lost their focus. You can lose your fitness in 2 weeks for a start, so you have to play. Having a rest of more than 10 days, I don't think it does you that good. But all we ever talk about is resting players. Some players need to play every week.
Yeah.
Especially big centre-halves who can't, they've got to get their feet going. If they don't play and train properly every day, big centre-backs, they struggle.
No, couldn't disagree, mate. Right, we're hearing We'll watch Vitor Pereira. He wasn't only celebrating the win, but also discussing how he consoles himself after a loss.
I hope that they will concede me the opportunity to go in the pub to be with them. Also, not only we need to. Look, football is like this, in my opinion. In the end of a game, you must feel proud of yourself. I said this to the players and to me, to myself, and to the supporters the same.
Hey, he's quite right, isn't he? Hey, come on.
Do you know they've been leaving the door open for Ipswich, Leicester?
I know.
Haven't they? They've left the door, and now they've got a couple of wins.
They've just
slammed the door.
Yeah, I don't even know exactly the points. Do you know exactly what it is? I'm just going to have a quick look.
They're safe now. And,
I don't think. I mean, I thought they were probably safe before it, mate. To be brutally honest with you, they haven't had a great season. Some good players. It looks as though they probably lose Cunha just now. They're sitting. What are they sitting there? Oh, it's 12 points. Forget it.
Do you know what though, Ali?
They've played a game more, but it's away, isn't it?
They're safe, right? Next season though, they're in another relegation battle. I think there's about 8 teams that won't get relegated. The rest, it could happen to you. The rest of them.
I think. Well, I would disagree.
Would you?
Yeah, and I'll tell you why.
Teams coming up.
Yeah.
I know the gap's getting wider and wider.
That's the only. He'll be back on again. That's why it's not the best league in the world. But what's
a better league then?
No, it's the best league in the world. But my concern is there's no doubt about it's the best league in the world. But my concern, and it is a slight concern, the gulf in the gap now is so great. I believe it or not, it happened last year, and I think it's only happened once before. So you can't say it happened a lot. It happens a lot, and that's the 3 promoted teams going down. It happened last year. And I actually fancied it and napped it, and I fancy the same again this year. And see, without looking right now, you rightly or wrongly, you'd think 2 of the 3 are definitely down. No matter who comes up.
Do you know why though? Because obviously 3 teams go down every year, right?
Yeah.
And this is the first time it's happened 2 years on the bounce. The approach of the teams coming up is all wrong. They're trying to play total football.
Yeah.
You got if Burnley take what they've got now
and try to take Liverpool on,
but if they come into the Premier League with that stubbornness they've got now, they've got a chance.
Oh well, Dino, I'm telling you right now, I think it's 11 goals they've lost.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely incredible. The next best is something like 25, 26. They've got a better chance I agree with you totally. They've got a better chance of staying up doing what they do than perhaps maybe Leeds or Sheffield United, whoever it may be, who are pretty much more attack based.
Young coaches, getting it all wrong. I mean, we've both been managers. You know how hard it is, and you don't want to be overcritical. But if Scott Parker takes that to the Premier League, he's got a chance of getting results.
Yeah,
because his budget is nowhere near Crystal Palace's, for example.
Well, the other way to look at it is he should just get relegated and get the Bayern Munich job.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.